Bobby A. Legault Jr. is an international negotiator in the energy sector with experience working for the National Gas Company, Chevron, Marathon Petroleum and other firms. His experience has taken him to North and Latin America, Africa, Asia, and the former Soviet Union. He says the negotiations to acquire Venezuela's Dragon gas license and the commercial restructuring of Atlantic LNG were complex and layered. Mr. Legault notes, in the case of PDVSA, there has been a number of changes over the last few years, notably 3 different presidents since 2020.
So just from a logistics standpoint, within personnel, you're going to have delays. Then you're going to have, alignment across technical, legal, and commercial.
He says this is outside the political elements of the negotiations. Mr. Legault then turns to the commercial restructuring of the LNG project, where this country started off its stakes in 2 trains and none in the other 2.
If you look at the pockets of gas, not to denigrate the sizes, but the pockets of gas or the opportunities, you may have the volumes or commercial volumes, but they are worthless if you cannot monetize those volumes. And therefore, in order to monetize those volumes, you need the infrastructure.
Mr. Legault says the acquiring of additional gas, the ability to monetize that gas, and be able to tax it as soon as it leaves the ground are all linked.
And then you have the infrastructure, then you need an off-taker. So when you talk about value chain, you talk about the wellhead, and then the transportation, and then getting it to the market, just to put it simply. And then so now having Atlantic and having that agreement and access to the entire house, so to speak.
This experienced negotiator applauds government's ability to claw back previously lost rights from big oil, as he terms it, and to successfully negotiate with both sides of the United States Congress to lift the sanctions against Venezuela. He outlines the significance to the local energy sector.
Then that anchor allows you to get creative and to optimize into some of the other projects. So when you start talking Manatee and Calypso and all of the other prospects, you now have sort of a base market or a base off-taker, and then of course you got the petchem. So they're both related.
I am Terry Ann Brown Campbell, and this is Evolve.